Hello, Likers. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only, your baby girl, Malika. So, Likers, we are doing a critical review of Mr. Aloy series, When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 47, part 1. It starts with Debbie, Benny and her mother. Her mother is about to travel. So she managed to secure the house for her. Now she's the owner of the house, but she changed the deeds, the title, and put it under her daughter's name. This is what you call a mother. Like, as mothers are not only the ones that gave birth to you biological, honestly, because she knows that she's going out of the country. She wants her daughter to be all right. She wants her daughter to be safe. So she knows the kind of useless man she's married to. And the child is really crying because she knows that she'll miss her mom. She'll miss her mom once her mom is gone. But thank God her mom promised to return. Her mom promised to be there for her, because that is what mothers do. Mothers are there for their kids. Hanks was patiently waiting. Hanks is a patient man. I pray that at the end of the day, Debbie marries him, because he deserves her, and she deserves better. So they had to leave, before they get late to the airport. So the next scene shows Debbie, Emeka, and Hanks, celebrating happy. Hanks, I say Hanks, Jonathan is telling them how wonderful Jetta is, how wonderful, caring. Like, as I've told you before, that this Jetta of a girl is working for these people, because if not, these people would not have sat quiet without saying anything. So Jonathan is telling them how sweet Jetta is, how submissive, and eventually they'll have to, like, so why don't you marry her in that case? Because if she's that nice, and we all know they don't want anything good for Hank, so for them to suggest that, it means they are working together. So Hanks is Jonathan is making it known that Jetta is a good girl, and Emeka is making it known that if you know that she's that good, then marry her. Moreover, Clara has moved on. She has moved on with her life. She has moved on with her guy. They've traveled. So what are you? Show her that you can do better. And get married and move on. Because if you don't get married, you'll be as if you're still stuck. And you still want her back. Yes, that is what Emeka is making him to understand, that it will be as if you still want her so desperately. So just move on. Marry Jetta, make an honest woman out of her. And we all know how dumb this guy is whenever it comes to Emeka. I don't know how much influence somebody can have on another person so negatively, honestly speaking. So the next thing shows Benny, Teresa, and Hanks that are, having dinner. And Hanks why do I keep calling him Hanks? Jonathan made it known that he had something to tell them. He had a big announcement, to tell them. And he dropped the bombshell, that he intends to get married to Jetta. And it was a shock. It was a shock to them. Benny could not believe her eyes, because her mother barely traveled. She couldn't understand, like, why was her father rushing to get married to this woman that he barely knew. And you understand that, you realize that this child is more intelligent than her father even. Because on a normal day, which man on his right senses will just, after everything, after all the traumatic experience he has gone through, how would you just wake up and feel like, okay, you should get married? Marriage is not just because we want to get married. You should be ready financially, emotionally. You should be available. And this guy is like, he's egocentric, and he doesn't want anybody to say anything to him. Teresa should not even open her mouth. And that's when I'm asking myself, but Teresa, what is she still doing in that house? She went there that she's going to fix her sister's marriage. She stayed until her sister has even left the country. Why is she still in that? I don't even know why Jonathan is not throwing her out. Let her return back to her home. Let her go back to the village, wherever she's coming from. So the next scene shows Benny in her room reading. And somebody walked in. She realized that it was what's her name, Jetta, and she wanted to know why Jetta was in her bedroom. We all know, we've been through this. I've been through this. We have been through this, that my dad's girlfriend wanted by all means to be my mother. Most of us that had wandering three leg, I'm sorry, that's the truth. Always we have this type of women that want to, over please you. So according to Jetta, she's just trying to be a friend. She's just trying to, she's not there to replace her mother. She's not there to take her mother's place. She's not there, to be her mother. That she could be if she wants, but if they cannot have mother-daughter relationship, at least they can be friends. They can be friends. But Benny loves her mother so much that certain things she will not agree. Benny, being an intelligent girl, she wanted to understand how was it possible that in the space of 2 weeks that they have known each other, they want to get married. Because why are they not supposed? Why are they not waiting? That to her, Jetta should at least wait. But Jetta is an adult. Jetta will definitely try to convince her. She's a child. That the heart has what the heart wants. The heart knows what it wants, and nobody can force the heart from wanting that, which is the truth. Which is the truth. I respect it. But the problem is that you are not there because of your heart. You are there for business. So the next thing shows that they went and they've signed a court wedding, already. Debbie, you could see Benny is very sad. She's not happy. Teresa, on the other hand, is forced to be happy. Emeka, Jetta, and Jonathan are the happy ones. They are the ones that they want to show that they went and got married and stuff like that. They were celebrating. They were in a very celebrative mood. But Benny, she wasn't. She just wanted to just go in, lay down, just mind her business. And she just wanted to be left alone. Because to her, it is something that she cannot fathom, that her father of all people will marry this woman so soon. Emeka was spearheading. That's why I said these people, they know what they are doing. It is not normal. Emeka of all people. So the next thing shows somebody ringing a bell, and from the neck of that person, it looks like Debbie. And Jetta opened the door. Jetta called her name Debbie. I told you people this. Jetta called her Debbie. And Debbie had a flashback then. The flashback showed that Debbie went and liberated Jetta from a police custody, from the cell. So Jetta happened to be a street girl, a hawker on the street. People understand what I mean. A runs girl, everything she did, she steals, all those petty theft, all those things she does them. She steals from her clients, she does this, she does that. So most of the time, Debbie will be the one to go and bail her out from the police custody, because they're always calling police for her. They're always locking her up based on the fact that she will steal. And Debbie was not happy because she has been doing this one too many times, But her excuse is that Debbie was the one who took her to the streets. Debbie was the one who taught her how to run the streets, So Debbie is angry because to her, look at me. Okay, I taught you, but am I still on the streets? I'm running the streets on a different level. Why can't you upgrade? So Debbie wanted Jetta to upgrade. Debbie wanted Jetta to do something else, to run a show of her own, So Debbie told her that if she is okay, she will link her up on a good business that it will pay, and all the rest. So Jetta is ready for anything, because at this point, she has been back and forth to the police station severally. And right now, all she wants to do is to do something that will truly help her. To do something that will be consistent, like the money will be consistent, and she will not find herself in police custody. So she's ready. She wants Debbie to teach her the ropes. She wants Debbie to Debbie, this she will do that, but she wants Jetta to understand that she's not going to bail her anymore. But this is the point. You're teaching somebody something. Why don't you teach her in a better way than to be doing what she's doing? So the next thing shows Debbie, who is sitting in a bar, waiting for Jetta. And Jetta came because they had a rendezvous. She needed to tell Jetta what was going on, what plans they had, and who was the target. So Jetta sat down, for them to talk. Jetta wanted to understand what was going on. Debbie should just break everything down. So Debbie made it simple. Debbie break everything down, but Debbie make her to understand that this job, we are three of us. It's going to be shared in three parts, equal percentage, but split in three ways. So that's when she understood that. So there was a third party. Debbie made her understand that there is a guy. I told you people. that there was a guy, and that guy must be a maker and nobody else, So Debbie is trying to make her understand that they want her to, like make a man to fall in love with her, marry her, then they'll cripple the man. So it was Jonathan. So I was right all along. These people were working together, you know. So Debbie made her to understand that it will be it will be peasy cheesy, because then they'll be working from the outside on Jonathan, while she should be working from the inside, and they'll make it, Jonathan will be able to be convinced and everything. So when she was done talking, she wanted to drink, but the way Debbie shone her, almost she had no choice than to carry Kaya, oh yeah, Otila, and she was going, you know, because Debbie is a greedy person. Like, how could you even invite somebody for a sit down and you can't even offer them a drink? Like, are you for real? So the next scene shows Debbie, that's after the flashback, that they're already sitting, Debbie was like, what's up? What's going on? How is it going? I told people that I was certain that they were working together. So she tried to make Debbie understand that it is hard, it's really difficult. Like, things are not the way it seems, blah blah blah, all the rest. She said, and what is making it very difficult is the fact that Jonathan's ego is too much. Jonathan's ego and Benita's, stubbornness and disrespect is just way out of line. So Debbie is trying to make her understand that she needs to find her way around that, because apparently that will be the small price for her to pay, because nothing good comes easy, and nothing comes without having to sacrifice a lot. That she's supposed to sacrifice a lot, she has to just take it like that. Then you will ask yourself, like, why are these people doing this? What is this Jonathan, excuse me, really did to against them to push them to this urge? What? Because they are willing to do anything to bring this guy and his family down. Why? I don't get it. It's crazy, like us. So she's trying to encourage Jetta to be patient when it comes to to Benita, and that she's going to be done with Benita once they are done with Jonathan. That she wants that they should focus on Jonathan, and once it's over with Jonathan, she will have to deal with Benita. It's really sad. So, like, as we are going to end this video, thank you so much. Okay, honestly speaking, like us, people have to normalize being careful and knowing the people that they are bringing around them. Yes, because a lot of us are the reason why, like, we are the reason for our own downfall. Yes, due to the people that we bring around us. Due to the people that will bring around us, because sometimes we let our emotions get the best of us. We look at people with emotions. We don't look at them with the real eye that you have to look at the streets, because the streets aren't smiling. Yes, the streets aren't smiling, because a girl like this now, Jetta, Jonathan looked at her, the fact that she easily paid his debts, the one that the taxi driver was holding him, harassing him for, and all the rest. And based on that, he has judged that she's a good person, not knowing that she's a devil itself. So, like us, thank you so much. Okay, always protect your surroundings, always protect your mental health. Okay, be careful of the people you bring around you. Be careful. So, guys, take care. Enjoy this part one. I'm coming right away with the next part. On this note, I have to say bye, guys.